Today's video is brought to you by Zool and Vigo, official couch warmers of Bert the Stormtrooper Reviews.
Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins ETERNIAN Palace Guard Royal Defender, and I can't wait to get into this figure. I've really been looking forward to this one. This is a mail order exclusive. You got to order this online. I got mine from Entertainment Earth. It retailed for approximately $16.99. I'll put a link down in the description where you can get your own ETERNIAN Palace Guard. So yeah, these are being released now. They're starting to come out. The first batch was released in September. It's now the beginning of October as of the time of this recording. This is the first wave that's starting to hit now. So go down, order yours, and the next wave is scheduled to hit sometime around January. So it won't be long before you can get your own Palace Guard. Super excited about this one because I always like the idea of having a bunch of these little army builder dudes to add to the diorama, to the MOTU display, right? So here we have new for 21 right here, and we have some really awesome artwork. We can see Manatarms right there, a younger Manatarms right there without a mustache, leading an army of palace guards, and they're fighting these skeleton ghost zombie dudes right here. They've been showing a lot of these in the artwork for the Origins line, and I hope at some point they actually make these guys, because these would be great like army cannon fodder, you know, to have just in some cool battle scenes. And you can see that Eternian Palace right back there in the background. Very, very cool artwork. Of course, we've got our window box right there showing us the actual Palace Guard along with some extra parts right here, because we can do a little customization with this figure. Going around, look at that Eternian Palace Guard. You can see that arm coming out of the ground right there. That looks like, is that Mossman? That looks like it might be Mossman coming out of the ground right there. What's over here? Another skeleton dude right there being attacked by a vine. So yeah, that's probably Mossman. Very cool. Hadn't noticed that yet. That's awesome. What a cool display. What a cool piece of artwork. So here we have the first line of defense. The Eternian Palace Guards protect King Randor and Queen Marlena from outside threats. And again, we got some really cool artwork right there. We can see the King and the Queen right back here in the background. Look, we can see what appears to be Manatarms right here. Looks like he's frozen or turned to crystal, and the Palace Guards are coming to attack. So Tila and the Palace Guards are coming to attack whoever this mysterious figure here might be with this magical totem right there. Very, very cool piece of art. And then of course we've got modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe action figures. Masters of the Universe Origins gives you the power to post Eternia's greatest warriors as retro style figures or in new action packed battle positions. And we got a couple of cross sells right here. We've got the current wave as of the time of this recording. Again, we've got He-Man, Skeletor, Beastman. This is the Lords of Power version of Beastman, Stinkor, Webstore, the Eternian Goddess, and that Wind Raider right there. We can see some of the features over here. We can replace the armor on the guard and swap heads for a Manatarms, a younger Manatarms. Very, very cool. So that is about it for the packaging. Let's get this opened up and check it out. And here we have the Royal Guard out of his package and shown with everything he comes included. This is a very, very cool figure. This is, the bottom line on this is that this is a repaint, a very slight repaint of Manatarms. The first Manatarms figure that we got with the Origins line. But we've got some extra armor and we've got some extra pieces here so that we can do all that customization that this line has kind of introduced, his Origins line, where we can swap parts and just kind of make our own custom figures. So first thing we've got is, of course, the little sheet showing us all of the different removable parts. Very cool. Again, to touch on that customization that we were just talking about. We get a shield. We get a, what is this? Axe on a lance. I don't know what to call this at the moment, but we get that thing. And of course, we get extra armor here for our Manatarms figure and the Royal Guard himself, standing at approximately 6 inches tall. Let's look at the figure first. So yeah, very cool. I really like this sculpt on this head right here. And the detail on this is really, really nice. So you've got the full face shield for this figure right here. You've got the sculpt on the helmet itself is a little different from the one that we got with Manatarms, with the first release of Manatarms. I'll show those off in a minute. But one thing that really kind of caught my attention, let's go ahead and clip that on real quick. One thing that caught my attention on the head sculpt is, check this out. They actually sculpted the hair kind of peeking out of the bottom of the helmet right there, which is very, very cool. Of course, we got the rubber, the armor pieces, which are made of rubber. So we've got that little chest piece right there. We've got 2 shoulder straps and 2 forearm straps. And just like the ones with Manatarms, you got to kind of pose them just right, and you play along, you play around with them, and they're just going to kind of pop off and fall off. So you'll see me kind of adjusting them and just kind of putting them back in place every once in a while there. We've got the Shin Armor as well. Again, we got 2 sets of Shin Armor. There is a proper left and right. You'll see that the buckle is facing the outside of the leg on each of these. So that's very neat that they actually molded a left and a right for this. And other than that, yeah, it's pretty much the same body that we got with Manatarms, just some slight repaint. So as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint, so up and down, inquisitive, side to side, turning, all that good stuff. The shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all on the universal pin. So you got forward and backward on the shoulder, in and out. You got a bend and rotation at the elbow, a bend and rotation at the wrist. Rotation at the waist. Legs can go forward about that far, back about that far. They can go in and out. And then the knee can bend. You can also bend at the knee. You can also turn at the top of the boot. And the ankle can hinge forward and backward, and it can also rotate. So let's bring in the first Manatarms figure. Manatarms came out in what, wave 1 or wave 2? It was in the early Origins line that Manatarms came out. So let's bring him in real quick. And there are just very, it's the same body, you're going to notice, okay? Very minor paint differences here. We've got the belt buckle has actually been painted in red with the new figure. And then you'll notice that his wrist gauntlets have been painted blue, where the original Manatarms, or the first Manatarms figure that we got, did not. So if you want to give your Manatarms figure a little more, let's say a little more pizzazz, and just kind of dress him up some, then you could take the body from this guy and give him Manatarm's armor and head, and make Manatarm's the more colorful one, and then make the guard the one with the less color. So you know that's an option that you have if you want to do it. So set Manatarm's off to the side for the moment. Let's show off some of these other pieces that he came with. So of course, let's go ahead and give him his weapons. We'll give him that, and then we'll take his shield. It has a little handle on the bottom there, so you can wrap that around his hand, and just kind of get him armed up and ready to defend some royals. There you go. Looking very cool. That is, I really dig the design of these figures, of the Royal Guard himself. Very, very cool design to me. All right, so let's look at these extra pieces that we got. So we got this chest piece right here, or this armor piece right here, which is, again, it's the same one that we got with Manatarms. Okay, so the whole purpose of this is that you can get a couple of these guys, make yourself a bunch of guards, and then give yourself a Manatarms if you don't have this figure right here. So that's the same chest armor that we got with Manatarms. We also got the club piece right there. And again, it's the exact same one that we got with Manatarms. It looks like the shade of yellow is just a little different. It's a little more dull. This new figure is a little more dull. The Manatarms figure was a little brighter, I guess. So there you go. So you got those two there as well. And again, that also gives you the option of, if you want to have a couple of guards with the axes and a couple of guards with the clubs, you can do that and just kind of give them some variety. And then, of course, we also got the Manatarm's head. And I keep calling him the young Manatarm's head because he doesn't have the mustache. But what this is really is, if you're familiar with the original vintage line, the Manatarm's figure did not have a mustache. The Origins one gave us a mustache to make him look more like he did in the Filmation cartoon. But the original vintage figure did not have a mustache. So if you want to give yourself a Manatarm's figure that looks like the vintage Manatarm's figure, well, there you go. You can do that now. You can swap heads out and have yourself a vintage-looking Manatarm's. The helmets are molded a little different as well. You're going to notice some of this gold detail here is not molded into this one. The 4 little lines right there, or the little fins right there, these are molded. The new one are molded a little more separately. They're closer on the other, on the mustached Manatarms right there. So there you go. So all you'd have to do really is remove the chest armor, remove all of the armor on the right hand side of the body. So his right shin armor and his right arm armor. Remove all of that, remove the chest armor, remove the head, and then replace it with these parts right here. And then you'd have yourself a vintage style, younger looking Manatarms, just like that, which is very cool. Again, very awesome that they gave us that option right there. So once again, for comparison, we'll bring in mustachioed Manatarms, and we'll bring these guys in right here. So yeah, very cool. You can mix and match and just kind of make yourself a little army right there. So very, very cool. I'm still kind of trying to think or decide what it is that I'm going to do with these guys. Obviously, I'm going to have one is going to be Manatarms, and then the other two are going to be guards. I'm just wondering what I'm going to use for my Manatarms in terms of paint details and that kind of stuff. But yeah, very, very cool. And I think that about does it for the Masters of the Universe Origins Eternian Royal Guard exclusive. I'm also going to say it's young Manatarms right there. We'll keep both of these together so you can look at them. Yeah, very awesome. Again, these are mail order exclusives. After this time, you got to get them online. I got mine from Entertainment Earth, and again, I'll put a link down in the description if you want to order a set for yourself. I say a set because I ordered two. You just buy one figure. They're about $17 per figure. I just happened to buy two. And I think that about does it for the Masters of the Universe Origins Eternian Royal Guard action figure. What did you think of these figures? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there if you want to hit on that. I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.